Well, guys, I know, I've been gone for a long while. I haven't really given you guys your fix of World of Wrestling reviews on wrestling shows and giving my overall opinion about how the shows went down. Well, tonight, I was finally able to have some way to watch wrestling. I did make a move to a new apartment, as you guys may have known last week or the week before. If you guys have watched the videos leading up to now, I have a new place. It's very nice. It's a lot decent. It's a lot better than what I had before. And I have a hell of a lot faster internet. So that's really good stuff. Bottom line is, AEW tonight for January 22nd of 2020. I gotta say, it wasn't all that great. There was two good matches, a good storyline build between Cody Rhodes and MJF some more, and that's about it. The rest of the show you could have taken or leave it. It wasn't all that big of a deal. You didn't have to sit through 2 hours wasting your time away. I'm definitely going to be watching, after I do this review, the NXT show, because I DVR'd it with YouTube TV. That's my new cable provider. So that is what I'm going to be doing here right after I'm done with this review. This show, the beginning match between Hangman Page and Hangman Page and Kenny Omega going up against the SCU for the tag team titles. I was a bit surprised that this match was even taking place on a regular show. Overall, this was a fantastic matchup. Very good action overall. Page and Omega win the tag team titles. And later on in the show, you see some little bit of turmoil between Kenny Omega and fucking Hangman Page. Hangman Page actually seems like every time he gets near his elite brothers, he kind of wants to stay away. Now, I think personally, his opinion is he wants to try to do things on his own. That's where I think they're trying to go with this and eventually turn him into a full-fledged heel. When that's going to happen, when is Hangman Page and Kenny Omega going to lose the tag team titles? That I'm not certain of. I think by mid-summertime, I'd say about probably June, I would take the titles off of these guys and give it to a worthy tag team such as the New Order. That's just my stance on all that. So you guys tell me what you guys think. Who do you think should be the tag team to defeat Page and Omega? But overall, matchup was great. Good action overall. And the match was very, very similar to what a pay-per-view tag team championship match should be like. So wasn't very disappointed. I wasn't disappointed in this match whatsoever. I thought this was good stuff. Then we had some really shitty wrestling come up. Brett Baker versus Priscilla Kelly. I didn't care for this match at all. This again, fucking women's wrestling in AEW is just god awful horrendous. If you like this, then you might as well hope for WWE to go back to the way they used to do women's wrestling and stick with that, because this was garbage. I have barely watched any of this. After the match was over, Brett Baker defeated Kelly and started making fun of Tony Schiavone, basically going ahead and promoting a turned heel character, criticizing Tony Schiavone in this whole entire segment. I thought this was absolute garbage. I didn't even understand. I thought it was great when they had Jim Ross say, enough of this garbage, listen to this crap, let's go to commercial break and we come back. So that's what they did here. I thought that was outstanding, as if Jim Ross was running production or something, or directing this show. Thought that was pretty hilarious. Jurassic Express versus the Inner Circle. I actually was okay with this matchup. It definitely shines some of the talent on the Jurassic Express. Luchasaurus, I don't think, needs any kind of highlighting of what he can do in the ring. But Jungle Boy and Mark Stunt really showed off their ability to really work with some great talent like Chris Jericho and Pride and Powerful and provide a very good match. I mean, they worked great as a team, Jurassic Express. One spot that I did see that I thought was outstanding was Marco Stunt was tossed onto Chris Jericho, and he had his arm around his neck, and he was trying to perform a DDT but couldn't. So Jungle Boy pushed his legs and gave him a good amount of force to do a tornado DDT. I thought that spot was fucking awesome and a great way to provide tag team work together as one and try to get a very good move in on Chris Jericho, eventually ending the demise of Mark Stunt with a Judas effect, and the Inner Circle emerged victorious in that match. But this match, straight up, was fun. It wasn't the greatest match in the world. It was a 6-man tag team match. But Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy really got an opportunity to highlight even more of their talent in the middle of that ring and show the world that they, even though they may be smaller than most, they are a fucking good group of guys. And I'll be honest with you, I don't have any problems with these guys becoming champions at some point. So that's the way I see it with those two guys. Luchasaurus did get a little bit of highlights in this matchup, but he wasn't the main focal point of the whole team. It really was Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt who really got a lot of the offense in for their team. Now, Joey Janella and MJF, this was a fucking bore fest. I didn't even care for this match. Really, and I like MJF and everything, but this match just did not appease me whatsoever. I thought this was just a complete and utter waste of time. Matchup overall, I don't even think it was worth the wait to see MJF face Janella. MJF wins this match. But after the match is what I cared about most, because there was more talking and dialogue between MJF and Cody. So MJF did remind Cody when he comes to the ring that he can't put his hands on him. He has plenty of friends who would not hesitate to do so for him. And he actually turns around and gets a very nice super kick to the face by the Young Bucks. And I'll tell you what, this was it was a good job by both of these guys. I liked what they had to offer, what they were delivering, and what they were trying to get through with the audience. Now, the main event, actually, Jon Moxley versus Pac. This was a good matchup. It wasn't as good as their original match that went to a time limit draw, but this match delivered on what it needed to do, and Moxley does pick up the victory with a pendulum shift and a thunderous one. He had to deliver 3 different pendulum shift maneuvers onto Pac to get this victory. But overall, I think this was a good, solid main event matchup. And Pac looked good in this match. He didn't look like he was a pushover or anything. He kicked out of fucking Jon Moxley's finishing maneuver, so that must mean something. So overall, I didn't have a problem with this main event. It's just, the show in general just felt so dead. I didn't like the presentation of the Chris Jericho cruise line with this event. This really kind of downgraded the presentation of AEW, in my opinion. It also had a lot of issues with the sound. I think the speakers were going in and out with their when they talked, the volume would go in and out, and you wouldn't hear what half of the shit they're saying. So that kind of ruined the presentation to me. They also didn't keep my interest very much. I actually had my head in my phone a lot. Well, my eyes on my phone a lot. Just looking up stuff on YouTube TV to record and add to my library and so forth. But other than that, I didn't particularly care for this match, for the show at all. The match itself for the main event was good, but as a whole, this show did not really catch my interest, and very disappointing episode, especially one that's been hyped up as being one of those things that, you know, you get to see happen on a cruise ship. And I mean, it brought back some of the old school days of WCW when they were in Disney World and stuff, but it just didn't feel right. It didn't get me excited. I mean, outside of the few little things here and there that they did to hype up to Revolution, other than that, this show really, it wasn't worth your time. And that's sad to say. I'm sorry. That's sad to say, because I do enjoy AEW. They try to provide some kind of difference between themselves and WWE most of the time. Once in a while, they do kind of slip into that WWE realm of storyline telling and so forth, and not feeling like a sports authentic show. But majority of the times, they are pretty good at what they do. But this just downgraded the presentation and made it seem very, very dull, not exciting, and I just, for me, I didn't like it. I think it might be a 50-50 thing. I think some people may like it, some people didn't like it. I don't know. But you guys leave your comments and opinions down below about the presentation, the overall show, what you thought of it, and let me know what you guys thought, and I'll get back to you on your thoughts on that. Hit a like button if you liked the video, and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. And I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great night, guys. I understand this episode was a little bit short on this review, but I just really don't have much to say on this. This was just kind of dead to me. Hopefully NXT's a lot better than this was. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have a great night. Leave a comment down below. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to the channel. And hit the like button if you liked the video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.